Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you all so much for being here today. And the purpose for me for this hearing today is to try to prompt the Senate to get busy and pass this bill. And so the main thing that we are trying to do with your testimony is to alert people, again, to the obvious to all of us that are near forests, which is we have created a circumstance that is putting thousands of people at risk every day, and yet for some reason we cannot get a bill passed out of the Senate that would actually protect people. So it's difficult in this type of environment where you each have 5 minutes to try to ask you questions, to have you stand up and yell and shout, but that's what we're really trying to do. This is absolutely essential. I just want to share a couple of facts. I think I use AI 50 times a day, but I looked this up. Was the failed forest management part of the cause of the LA fires? That's a simple question I asked. I typed it in a few minutes ago, but oh yes, it says failed or inadequate forest management, specifically decades of fire suppression leading to heavy fuel buildup, is a significant contributing factor to the severe LA fires. Okay, well, what did the LA fires cost? So I looked that up. Somewhere between 164 and 250 billion dollars, and I don't have people killed. The horror of this is lost as we try to elicit from you what in the world we could do about it, and we have done it. We've passed this bill out of the House on a bipartisan basis, but now people seem to want to forget about the LA fires, or all the fires up in Oregon where I am, and. So this is my chance to ask you some questions, but you don't need to stand up and scream. But for goodness sakes, Mr. Deal, you have a utility, and you're trying to make sure those power lines don't swing into the trees and start a fire, and yet the law prevents you from doing so. And so as a result, you're going to get sued, as a number of utilities have. Everybody's utility rates are going to skyrocket, all because you couldn't go in and, do I have it right? Tell me if I have it right.
Yes, I think we have to have the tools to mitigate, and everybody needs to realize we even have arborists on our staff. We will always do everything we can to be environmentally friendly to anything that we touch or do. But there is some things that the cost of doing power, you have to have this area and the ability to treat and mitigate ignition points on all of type of electric infrastructure.
Does the bill do something to help? Does the Fix Our Forest Act do something to help you keep people safer and your utility rates down?
Yes, it does, sir.
Okay, what does it do?
Biggest things, it gives us the ability to move forward, and hopefully with speed and funding to do the projects we need to. It gives us ability as an electric utility to have the authority to manage those forest areas, especially where they interact safely.
Do you need that right now? Or can you wait another 5-10 years?
We needed it years ago.
Okay,
So,
and if you had that authority, could you keep people safer?
yes, sir.
And could you drive down power rates or at least keep them lower?
Absolutely.
I'm going to hop to Mr. Howard. By the way, Doug Lamalfa, one of my closest friends, I'm right across the border from his district. If he was here, he would be much more emphatic than am I. Impossible to replace the guy, but you know exactly the same questions I'm asking. But the question I'm going to ask you is, do the categorical exclusions help you keep people safer in your particular business?
Absolutely. Our ability to take down a hazard tree can keep the community safe. It can reduce the cost and the impacts of wildfire. We need it immediately.
So the one other thing that I really want to draw out from all of you is the increasing cost of insurance, because everybody is paying more. Some is between $10,000 and $20,000 a year in California and other places. Would this bill help? Again, asking you to maybe keep some of these rates lower. Many people right now can't even find insurance; they can't afford it. But what do you think? Would this bill, the Fix Our Forest Act, help drive down insurance rates?
It would be my belief that it would, if we can reduce and mitigate the risk of wildfires and ensure that our forests are healthy. I would assume the ratings to all the ratepayers for their insurance would go down, including the utility. the utility's ability to get insurance.
We're out
And
of
many,
time.
many of us in the utility sector have no ability. We have a number of our utilities that are unable to get insurance at all. And that also impacts their ability to renew their rights-of-way agreements with the federal forests.
Certainly does. I want to thank all of you for your time. Thank you for being here. Yield back.